Hi everyone, welcome to and welcome back in my channel today. Hope you are doing good and well and happy in your day-to-day life. I know after a long time I'm putting a new video, but this video is like my own story. As the title says that it is my failure story. Yes, I failed 2 times and I want to share my experience with everybody so that you should get that how to be come back with a more power. Recently, I appeared for my second mainline, or I can say third mainline, including CSA as one of the mainline examination. That is CIS SIR Security Incident Response. Overall, if I say that this particular area was very new to me, I don't have much experience in this, I don't have much exposure in that particular area, but as want to be learned more, so I pick up this area to be get certified. After ITSM, this is the first area which I pick up and did a more deep dive in this particular certification program. Maybe this video will be very small, 5, 7, 10 minutes, 20 minutes maximum. But what I want to be share is basically that is more important here. I cleared this exam, and why I say it's a failure story? Because I cleared this exam in my third attempt. Practically say it was like my last attempt. Because the first attempt I missed out due to the time reschedule I done, and it was not in my calendar and I forget that completely. But now the actual story starts. So this journey started approximately 3 months back when I started this training from the Now Learning portal. I registered for this training. So this training has 2 parts. One is the fundamental and one is the implementation. Fundamental looks so tempting to me that I want to go more and more in deep dive. In this particular fundamental, I came to know about the security incident, little bit about the threat analysis, threat interactions, or I can say the vulnerability as well. But the main interaction was only and only security incident response. Came to know that what do you mean by the, or what a user, customer, enterprise or organization mean by the security incident. So I done my training well in advance, well in a well time, did my labs as well. And I thought that I am well prepared for this exam. I take little bit break in between. Then I refresh my course and I say, okay, it's time to go for the first attempt or the main attempt for this examination. I go to the book, little confident, and I sit for the exam. As soon as the exam started, I was getting little tense because I was getting the question which looked like to me like I never read these topics. Maybe I read, but I did not do a deep dive in that particular part. So the exam started in a good note. First 3, 5, 7 questions were good, which I know because I read those topics. A bold one which I say means in the book, if you get any word as a bold, please check that part because that is important from the examination perspective. Those questions were came. When I reach in the middle of the exam, approximately after 20 questions somewhere, when I reach in the middle of exams, the next 20 questions were very hard for me. Because the most important point in this is that it was more on the theoretical concepts, not on the practical, not on the scripting, not on the logic part. You have to think very practically on, very theoretically on that particular concept. So few questions related to the Defender, Microsoft Defender, or I can say the major security incident, or a little bit on the dashboard, I got confused. And last 10 questions was again little easy, which gave me a confidence. But when I attempted this one, the first time when I did my 60 questions, I go back and check my bookmark question as well. I was not getting confidence, but still I think let me put a shot on that part. I can say by so much courage, I click on the finish button or the submit button and I get my result, and the result was non-passing. I was not so much sad because I am getting a gut feeling earlier when I was appearing for the exam or going during my exam that I'm not able to clear it, because fact is fact. The things which came, I was not much aware, or I can say I did not do a lot of deep study on that part. It was a very setback to me because first time I failed in my mainline examination. Don't worry, I take little breath on that part, and I inform to my wife and my manager that I did not able to clear it. Here I want to be tell that my manager was so good. He says, Atul, it happens, don't worry, take little time, take a little rest and go for the first retake. I said okay. Then I start preparing again, because after attempting the first time I got an idea that what type of question came. This time I take a 2-3 days break and started back again my book, because one thing I came to know from the first attempt that nothing is coming from the book. Now the question come how to read, how to understand and how to deep dive in that book. Even though I was not remember all the 60 questions, but 5, 7, 10 questions which I remember, I start thinking in my mind and starting putting on the keywords in the book. I highlighted that, but that's the first thing which I did. Now I start reading this book again. This time what I did, I pick up those lines as well which were not bold. Maybe somewhere in the corner it has been written. Specifically, as I said, that role part was important, because a lot of question in the first attempt which I got from the security incident role, that what a role can do, what a role cannot do, what role is required to do this thing and that thing, all the things will be there. Total 6 chapters were there. My result in the first attempt was very bad. Nothing to be hide. It was very bad. And also, if you fail in exam, you get a report or you get an email which say that how much percentage you get in each section. But this is not the case when you clear the exam. So I got a clear-cut instruction. I was happy that in one module I got 100%. In second module I was near to 70%, but in the rest 4 was very bad condition. Very bad condition. So overall I can say that I was just 40 to 50% marks I got if I go for that particular email sections on that particular part. So when I start preparing for the first retake, I start reading the book. I read a chapter by chapter, go line by line, word by word. But again, now it's look like I'm reading the book at the first time, because I have to do lot of deep studying that particular part. I took approximately 2 to 3 weeks to do that part, because there's a offline period, is a cooling period of the 14 days when you go for the first retake. So it took 2 weeks to me settle down and come back here. So what I did, I pick up those topics, those chapter first where I was very low in the percentage. I take time, I start reading on that part. But now I come to know that the question was right, but the question was there in the examination, but there was a difference between the options. Like this, I can give example that there was a question which came from the risk calculator. 4 options will be look like similar. I read the question, I read the first, second, third, fourth point. I thought this is the right answer. But there's a difference of the words between these lines. And this is what I recover in the first retake. So I start making notes. Before that, I did not make any notes. I start making notes on the book itself. I start highlighting it, blue or green or orange, and putting my notes there. Then chapter 6, chapter 5, chapter 4, chapter 3, 2, 1, I done. But after 2 weeks, I was again so much confused, because now a lot of things are in my mind. But this time I was so confident with the previous part that, okay, I am able to complete this examination. I am able to clear this examination. After 3 weeks, I booked my exam for the retake 1. And one thing which I done was very wrong. Maybe it's not for everybody, but for me, I always book an exam late in the evening. Maybe Saturday evening or maybe the Friday evening, which is a wrong practice which I think I did, because complete day has been gone. You're studying, reading everything, the same thing you're going through again and again. And in the night when you sit for the exam, it's like you're missing something. But again, I pray to God that I want to be clear this exam and take my attempt my retake 1. As soon as the exam started, okay, one more thing which I learned here. Sometime it was well said in the world that if your start is not good, maybe your end will be good. Because it is this is what I understood from this experience, that as soon as I started my login into my web accessor account for the examination, I start facing technical challenges. I put my exam for the 10 o'clock in the night UK time. I log in by 9:50 and I got immediate message that sorry, we are not able to proceed with the exam because we are not able to see your audio and video feed. I was totally shocked. I thought maybe some issue with my laptop. I changed my laptop, I changed my camera and pick up my personal laptop. Same issue was there. Then the executive from that particular WebEx, he say, I'm rescheduling your exam. Please talk to our technical team and get it fixed. One time I connect, there's no response. I restarted my system. Maybe something issue in my system. Again, it's not working. I again log in. I again connected. I got same message. Sorry, not able to get your feed, audio and video. We're not able to proceed further. Now I'm getting tense. Already I have a pressure that I failed once. Second, I'm set with the exam, but again my mind is moving with these technical discussions. I again connected with the technical team, but one thing which I want to be highlight, the technical team was so quick. Means within the seconds I start getting responses from the team. I ping them that I'm facing this issue. My exam has been this thing. So they reschedule my exam again and they say, please check your internet connection. I said it's working fine. Then they say, please check the speed of the internet. I said, okay. When I checked, I found that the download speed was less than the upload speed. This is what the issue came here. So they say it should be reverse order. I said, okay. They asked me to reboot my router. I done that part. And finally, after struggling of 1 hour approximately, my exam has been started at 11:15, where it should be started 10 o'clock. Now the situation was, I'm again getting gut feeling that God is not with me today as well. Shall I reschedule it immediately or shall I go for the exam? But I thought, Atul, let's not think on that part. Maybe it's something God want to be do with you. Trouble is there. Sometimes it's said that if maybe the start is not well, but end will be definitely well. So with this positive note, I log into my system. Exam started. First 5, 7, 10 question was good because now I knew that what is the right answer from the book. I start appearing for this one. 30, 40 question was very good. Now I again stuck between the 10 questions, 10 to 15 questions I again stuck. First done. Second, I was reviewing this part. I start counting it. Okay, 1 correct, 2 correct, 3 correct. Just to be motivate myself. Just to be because I cannot cry in front of camera now. Even though I know that I may lose this chance again, but still I cannot cry. But I done this part. I was confident that if I clear this exam, I will be in the cut to cut. But if I fail, again it will be like cut to cut only. I took 20-30 minutes to go through the exam and click on the submit, and result was out. And it was again a non-passing score to me. You will not believe, literally I cried on that night. I cried so much that I done a lot of hard work. I done the book. I done everything to get this thing, but still not able to clear it. But I was happy. This time I lose this exam by only and only 4 to 5 questions. Score has been increased, but score has been increased only in the 4 sections, or the 4 sections, not in the 2 sections. And in 1 section, the score has been reduced. Where it was 100%, now I got only 66%. So it is again setback to me. I cried. Friday night gone like this, sleepless completely for me. Saturday was little silent for me because my wife know that he failed 2 times. He's intense now. Then I take a again break and talk to my wife what to do now. She said, don't worry. 2-time failure doesn't mean that you already fail. It means you are just near to success. See, you got very bad score in the first part. Now in the retake, you got a very good score. Now let's concentrate on that part. This is what she motivated me. I thought maybe I quit this exam now, and I told to my boss that sorry, I'm not able to proceed further. I'm very low. But my wife say it's not the time to be do this part because you're already on the winning line. Don't do this thing. You still have a 2 attempts to do. Go ahead, no problem. So this time I start thinking from the reverse order. I thought that what and how to improve this learning, because for the first attempt I go through the learn book 3 times, minimum 3 to 4 times I done that part. In this time, then I'll take 3 4 days break, and Wednesday by Friday I give the exam. Then Tuesday, Wednesday I started open my book. I connected with 2 of my friends on the LinkedIn who recently cleared this exam, and I asked them, please guide me. I failed 2 times. I was very upfront on that, but I failed 2 times. Please guide me. They says, Atul, number one, don't read all the chapters in a one day. Read one chapter at a one day. That's all. Make very clear notes, because now you already done the 2 attempts, so you know that up to what level you need to be go. And don't pick up the topics which already have more than 75% marks. Pick up the topics where you have a very less marks. This is what the game changer for me. And you will not believe that both of the guys guide me in the same direction. Then I take 1 week more, because 6 chapters, so 6 days I divided. It was my rule now that once my office will be over, I take my tea and I sit and I'll do my revision. Few chapters are very less in the length, maybe just finish in the 20-30 minutes. Few are going to be for 45 minutes to 1 hour. I do that part. 1 week was done. Now, how to get more confidence? Then I pick up my wife and say, okay, this is the ebook in front of you. Go and start asking the question around these things. And she was so smart. She pick up my highlighted parts and she start putting wrong definition here and then ask me, okay, give me the right answer. One thing which she done, she did not give me the options to be put. She said, you need to tell me that what is the right option. So that in the exam, when you read, you should know that what should be done here. And 1 week, I did the same practice. 1 chapter, she pick up in the evening, she discuss with me, she put the questions, and I start revising that part. And once that done, it take 3 days for me to go through again revision, and after that, I finally book my exam. And this time again, I did not put the late evening, I put Friday 9 o'clock, and I decided that I have to be clear this. Because now I am getting more and more confidence. 2 attempts I already done. I knew the set of questions. I knew the type of question. I knew that how this can be taken care. One thing which my wife told as well, that don't be hurry this time. Take your time. Read the question very carefully. Read the words very carefully, and then attempt the answer. I said okay. And this time seems God also with me. 9:50 I log in. My check has been done, biometric check. My ID card has been done in the 7 minutes, and the paper has been started at 10 o'clock sharp. And I took 30 minutes to complete this exam. So I take first part, I take first go, attempted the question, but again, few new questions were also there in that particular set now. Again, my confidence getting loose. But I think no, don't worry. You have the knowledge, you have the understanding, you read the book. Because sometimes few things are very confusing, very, very confusing. So I done that part. So I done the 60 questions approximately 20 minutes or I can say 15 minutes, and I start revising it again. This time again something happened that my internet connection lost. And I was thinking, oh my God, now what will happen? But I get a pop-up that if it is not connected in the 3 minutes, you can exit the exam and you can rebook it again. But within the few seconds, it came back and I was very feeling relaxed then. And finally, I click on the submit button and I get the result, and this was pass. So the only thing why I'm creating this video, just to tell you that this is what my failure story. I'm not feeling very bad to tell you that, oh, why I failed. Yes, I, Atul Gurwar, failed 2 times in SIR, but now the knowledge which I have, now the stuff which I have in SIR is very good. If you are preparing for the exam, I'm telling you, book is the only source of truth. And also one thing I noticed that when I appear for the third attempt, or I can say the second retake attempt, There the question came from the labs as well. Like in the labs, it is mentioned that log into this particular part, log in with this particular role, or do this particular thing. So some type questions came in that particular part as well. And I'm not sure that what result I got, but yes, I was confident while attempting this exam that yes, I will able to clear this time. So hope this story give you a motivation. It is not for SIR. Maybe it happens with anybody at any point of time as well. So if you think that my story can give you a little boost, please go ahead and make a attempt for you. Don't be worried about the failure. Failure is not the end of the journey. Failure is the start of the journey, and I am the live example in front of you. So till the time, have a nice day, take care, and we'll back soon with some other video. Bye bye.